welcome back to our medical missionary ministry. Today I will be showing you how to infuse Comfrey in olive oil. But before I show you how to do that, I just want to let you know how much of a blessing it's been for me and my family to hear all the feedbacks that we've gotten as far as the use of the Comfrey oil, the Comfrey rubs that we have been making. And I'm just so thankful to the Lord, and I praise God for imparting, wisdom and giving me wisdom, giving me the medical missionary work about a year ago. And it's just been such a huge blessing. And when I receive these feedbacks and messages from people who have been relieved by using some of our products, it just makes my heart swell with so much joy. And I continue to praise God and what what He has done and what He continues to do for my family and I, and for all of you out there. And He truly is our divine physician. I wanted to also share with you some of the feedback from people. Hello, Kim. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I used some of your Comfrey oil on my husband's grandmother, and it helped her a lot with her back and leg pain.
Hi, my name is Selinas Matson. For about a week and a half, and I tried it out. I put some on. I hadn't been able to really close my fist good or open a water bottle or anything. So I put it on, and a little bit later I went to get some water to drink, and without even realizing it, I opened the water bottle with my right hand like I usually do before I hurt my hand. And I was able to open it, and it didn't hurt.
And another lady sent me a message, and she says, I wanted to tell you about the Super Comfrey rub. So on Wednesday, I hurt my mid-back by picking up my oldest daughter, Lexi, without bending my knees. I know I gotta work on proper body mechanics, but anyway, that day I took Advil and suffered through the pain all day. Thursday morning, my pain was bad again, but this time I remembered the rub. So I prayed in my heart for God to help me heal with it and without taking any more pain meds. And guess what? God answered. That day I stayed feeling better. There was at least 50% change. Lexi would help put the rub on my back. She's so sweet. Today I am about 90% better. I still feel discomfort, but it's tolerable. Plus I'm continuing to put the rub 3 times a day. Praise God. And we always tell people that before you use any of the products, before you even apply the Comfrey rub or oil, send your petitions to pray to God to give you relief, to help you with your pain, because these herbs are just herbs. These are just remedies with our divine healer. So it's been, like I mentioned, it's been such a huge blessing to see how God works through people, and how God works through us as long as we're willing. So I thank you all for all of you who have been with us in our journey and continue to support us as well. As you know, as some of you know, most of these products we actually give away, and some we do sell. But the Lord always provides. He's always provided for my family and I, regardless of how little we sell and how much we give away. And that's why I wanted to show you how to make this too for evangelism and share it with other people too. So let's get right to it. This part is super easy. I mean, a kid can do it. So these are organic Comfrey leaves. I'm starting to grow my own. I have about a big pot full of Comfrey already, and we want to grow as much herbs and plants that we need, and raise our own provisions like we're counseled to do, especially when we can no longer buy or sell, because we won't be able to buy any of these. This is Comfrey root. The root has tons of benefits as well. Actually stronger than the leaves itself, because these are the roots. So I use them in infusing the oils. And I'm also gonna throw in some arnica flowers. So arnica is good for pain, among other things, but arnica is amazing. It helps with pain. In one of our medical ministry episodes, I talked about the benefits of Comfrey. So if you're new, you can go back to the video about Comfrey to learn more about the benefits of Comfrey. So you want to have a mason jar because you're going to need something that is airtight. So I'm using a mason jar, and you want to fill the jar with up to like maybe half. So the main ingredient for my Comfrey rubs and oils are Comfrey leaves and Comfrey root. I'm going to add some, maybe like a tablespoon of root in there. Just like that. See? And then some arnica flowers for added benefits. I'm gonna add a little bit, just a little bit more Comfrey, because I want it to fill at least up to at least half of the bottle or the jar. I keep saying bottle, the jar. Okay, just like this. And then now I'm going to take my organic extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to fill it. I'm going to fill the jar with olive oil all the way to the top, or the rest of the jar you'll fill with olive oil. And then you want to wait too. You want to make sure that it gets all the way, it fills up all the way to the bottom of the jar before you close it up, because like, I don't know if you can see it, but the bottom is still dry. So the oil hasn't completely penetrated the bottom. And you want to make sure you have enough oil to cover all of the herbs that you have put in. Now, as far as I can see, the oil has reached the very bottom and has completely covered the bottom herbs. So now we could fill it up a little bit more, because we need to fill it, make sure we fill it with olive oil to cover enough of the herbs that we put in. So I'm going to fill it up a little bit more. There we go. Here we go. And I'm going to put the lid on and just you don't want to shake it too much to prevent any air bubbles in there. So you just want to tip it upside down a little bit. And once it's all incorporated, now is the best part, because the easiest part is to just store it in a cabinet or a windowsill and just put it away for about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. I normally do 6 weeks, but during the cold season, I try to keep it for about 8 weeks because the temperature is a lot lower. What will help draw out the benefits, the healing components from the herbs, is heat. So you want to store it in the warmest place in your house. So maybe the kitchen cabinet, or like I said, the windowsill. But you don't want it to be in direct sunlight either. I recommend windowsill or whatever cabinet you have that has the warmest temperature. So that is the first method of infusing Comfrey herbal oil. Now, this I have been infusing for about 8 weeks. So it looks like this. It's darker, greener shade compared to our lighter. See, like, I think this one's like much lighter. I don't know if you can see that. But this has been infusing for a long time. So I just need to strain it and squeeze out all the oil from the herbs, and it's ready to be made into herbal oils and rubs. So the next step that you can do, if you absolutely cannot wait the 6 to 8 weeks, what you can do is I'll show you how to cook it using a crock pot. So stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm showing you a second method. So if you absolutely need the oil like right away and you can't wait the 6 to 8 weeks, what you can do is use a crock pot, because now you're using, again, you need heat to draw out the healing properties from the herbs. Okay, so what you need to do first is put a rag or some kind of cloth in the bottom of the crock pot, and it just helps to prevent the bottles from kind of shaking and possibly breaking because of the heat. And you want to put, say I have 16-ounce mason jars filled with comfrey herbs and oil, olive oil. So I'm going to put them just like that. And then I'm going to fill it up with water. You don't want to fill it all the way up with water, but at least enough to cover most of the jars. So you can fill it up all the way to the top if you want to, because you're not going to put the cover on anyway. You want to turn it on in warm setting. And if you don't have warm setting, you can use low setting, but it's enough. The heat, it will be enough to help draw out all the benefits from the herbs. So you can turn it on a warm setting for about 24 hours. And if you need it even faster than that, you can do low setting for about 8 to 10 hours. And if you really want it right away, which I don't always do, but if I need it right away, I'll do high setting for about 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. Just be very careful. You don't want to burn the herbs, and if you burn it, you'll lose the healing properties of the herbs. So pretend these are done. So after 24 hours in low setting or warm setting, these are done and they're ready. They're ready to be used in comfrey oil. You can put them in little bottles and give them away to people, your neighbors, your friends. Use it for evangelism. You can make rubs out of it. You can make it into salves and put it in little containers. So, and that's it. I mean, it's not hard. It's something that anybody can do. If I could do it, you could do it too. And I hope you've been encouraged to be a medical missionary wherever you're at.
Someone is trying to find a way to go. Will you be the one to bring them home? Rescue the perishing.
City Exodus has committed itself to spreading the present truth messages in these last days, not only to our brethren, but to the surrounding communities that we are a part of or visit. As we learn more of the medical missionary work, we continue also making City Exodus episodes on our country living journey and continue the literature, friendship, and health evangelism. The natural remedies and products we sell will not only aid in healing, but will also bring support to the cause of ministering to others not in the faith. Our apparel will also support our cause and ministry. You can visit us on our Facebook page and see the latest posts on what we're doing and current news pertaining to end time events. And you can also visit us on our website at www.sdacityexodus.com to check out our ministry, our various natural remedies and products, and our apparel store where we have different shirts and sweaters. And you can also find other resources there that might be a blessing to you. On our website, you can also donate and support our ministry. Since we are self-supporting and are limited in funds, we would like to continue doing as much of the work in these last days, but we'll need your help. We appreciate your support in our mission and continuing work.
Be blessed and be a blessing.
Be blessed and be a blessing.
Be blessed and be a blessing. Maranatha.